I found there's a weakness of the UN programs in all over Burma, especially in Chin State, where I have access to talk to with the people. In one of my trip in Chin State, one teacher came up to me with the UNICEF box, and he was very upset and angry, and he told me, Sema Cherry, Sema Cherry is like teacher Cherry, tell the UNICEF not to send us this box anymore. And I was very surprised. Why? They're trying to help your village and your school. And the school is torn apart in that particular village. It's bending. So he said, we have to pay 20,000 chat for this piece of box. And I looked at the box. It's the curriculum, a little bit of pencils and, exercise book and stuff like that. And so basically, in order, the UNICEF from maybe their Rangoon office have sent those boxes to Chin villages with free. But the education department in different levels have collected tax or charge for any supplies that UNICEF has used. So that becomes a big burden for the villagers, especially in that particular village. The kids who are 13, 14 years old, were supposed to be in school, have to go and work at the farm in order to earn 20,000 chat. That means that with UNICEF supply or box, they're having to work in the farm. They didn't go to school. So that's only one example. There are so many other examples that I can illustrate. So there's in my opinion, there's a huge lack of proper monitoring mechanism, how their supplies, how their help have been carrying out in a very ground level, in a very grassroots level, which we don't see at the moment yet. And with the Chin State is facing terrible food crisis, which happen every 50 years. And of course, the Burmese military regime does not prepare anything to help the people. And some of the UN agencies have tried to help the local people. But some of the cases that we found out is with the programs they call Food for Work. And so they come up with rice bags in a village, but then the villagers have to work to make the road, to make some certain works to earn the food. To some extent, it looks okay because people should work hard and they should not be lazy. They should not be independent. But there's a problem with widows and elderly people and the most vulnerable people in the village. Because, for example, when Granny cannot work, she cannot earn any rice. Or when the parents got sick in a very remote area in Chin State, the children have to work. I've seen many children working in that kind of food for work, which is against the UN law under the CRC. The UN programs, the implementing agencies should really think about how their programs being implemented. Are they being incomprehensive with the UN laws that prohibit child labours, prohibit any kind of forced labour? In Chin State, some of the UN programs in a year, 2 or 3 years ago, one of the programs that they implemented in Hakka, like in a bigger city, was that they have these some plantations, and in order to do that, they also have to hire a local staff, and apparently they hire women. At the same time, they also employ the Burmese military officials to work with their local staff. So some of the programs some of the UN programs in Chin State has caused some social problems because according to the UN principle, they also have to hire a woman and also someone who is from local community, which they do. But the bosses or supervisors of the local staff are military officials. So the Chin women and military officials, who are mostly Burmans, are working together, whereas other Chin boys or young educated people are left out without job. So it creates social tensions in some of the communities. And in one particular, some of with this food for work, although SPDC, the Burmese military soldiers, do not come and ask for forced labor, the UN office has asked people to make the road, and the road is very useful for the villagers, for them to be able to travel, to export their farms, their farm products, but it also helped the soldiers to go from one village to the other village where they can control the population. So who is really benefit from these road constructions? That's a big question mark.